Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Laurie and today we have a simple, easy, all level stretch session for you guys. And also because I know if you're just starting out on your flexibility journey, you most likely don't have a bunch of props at all at home. We'll be using zero necessities for this session. However, if you do have sensitive knees and you happen to have a yoga mat, I would recommend that. Or you can get a towel or even a pillow for when we are on all fours. I'm super excited because I have these new little microphones for this session today. These are the DJI Minis, and I've read all the reviews and I'm hoping that the sound is good for today. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you like them and you want them, I am gonna put an affiliate link down below. If you purchase from it, I will earn a small commission. It's a good way to support me and it'll really help me out. I'm also going to put in a link for this yoga mat because I absolutely am obsessed with this mat. And what I love about it is that it's thick. If you guys can see, it's not like your regular skinny yoga mat, but it's not so thick that when you're practicing inversions or balances that your arms sink down and you lose your balance. So if either of those products stick out to you, definitely click on the links below. It would be super appreciated. Also, before we get started, because I know you'll be busy stretching, if you enjoy flexibility content, if you want to get more flexible, or if you're on an aerial journey and want to know how to do new skills on the aerial silks, I definitely recommend hitting the like and subscribe button with the notification bell on. The notification bell will alert you every time I post a new video. Unfortunately, I haven't been super regular with my posts. It's always the goal, so I'm gonna keep working on it. But I do usually post at least twice a month, and I post a lot of shorts as well. All right, you guys, let's get started. Today, we're gonna start in a child's pose. From your child's pose, have your knees wide open so you can have your body stretching forward. And then from there, relax your head down. Take a moment to breathe. And then we'll start stretching through the right arm and the left arm, the right and the left. Keep going with this, allowing for your head to lean more on top of one arm and then on top of the other. Next time your body weight is towards the right, hang out there for a few seconds. Breathe. And reverse, leaning towards the left, relaxing your head down on your arm. And breathe. Slowly bring it back to neutral. From here, we're going to go for a little swim. So we're going to drag our hand across the mat or the floor, reaching it behind us, and then swimming up, leaning towards the left. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Dragging a hand across the floor, reaching it up, and relaxing it down. Let's do this 2 more times each side. And the straighter your arm is as you're reaching up, the more of a stretch you'll feel throughout your entire arm and shoulder. This is the last time. And both hands down, return to neutral. Take one deep inhale through the nose. On the exhale, we're going to round up into tabletop. From here, your knees might be too wide open. Let's pull them in a little bit so they are parallel to each other, about hips width distance apart, and stacked directly below your hips. Knees are stacked directly below your hips. From here, if your hands are in front of you, pull them in a little so wrists are stacked over your shoulders. From here, we're going to go into a couple of cat-cows. So we'll round the spine, pull up, suck in the belly button for our cat. And then I like to start bending through the elbows, using my hands to pull my chest forward as I stick my booty out and look up to the sky for my cow. I always mess up the names of the two, but this is how I remember. Cat is like, I'm a cat. Like everything's freezing up. And then as I pull through my cow, I got that little hump on my booty. Let's go one more time with our cat and our cow. And then slowly return to neutral. From here, we're going to take it into a couple of arm circles. So I lean slightly towards the left or reach my right hand forward. Start to reach it up, back, and around for 3, for 2, for 1, and reverse for 3, for 2. My shoulder's cracking. And 1. As your hand comes down this time, reach for your left wrist. Drag those fingers up your arm and then reach, open the chest wide, reach wide, and then release. We're gonna bring that hand underneath the left arm, going in for a twist, either hanging out here or walking those hands forward, stretching through the left arm or the opposite arm if you started on a different side than me. Next exhale, both hands come back to the floor so we can reverse to the other side, reaching with our left fingertips, opening up, back and around. 2 more. 1 more this way. And let's go the other way for 3. For 2. 1 more full one. Then we reach towards the opposite wrist, drag that hand up, open up wide, extend through the elbow, open through the chest. And then let's go in through for our twist. Either hanging out here with a flat right hand or walking those fingers forward, stretching and enjoying the twist. And making sure you're breathing for 2 more. And on 1, bring that right hand flat to the floor. Other hand comes flat to the floor. This time you can walk your hands slightly forward, and we're gonna go with those cat-cows, but this time, as we round for the cat, our hips come slightly forward, and then as we arch, we reach our hips back. So you'll feel a lot more feelings throughout the spine as we round and we arch. We're doing it 2 more times this way. 1 more time this way. And then let's reverse it up. Arching forward, looking up to the sky. And then as soon as those hips drop, we round. Again, if this is killing your knees, remember you can grab a pillow. Just place it under both of them. It'll really help. If you have any sort of wrist problems, sometimes doing it from punched knuckles helps as well. This time, as we come back, we're gonna flatten out our hands and then just slide forward. All right, inch yourself back just a little bit. From here, we're in Sphinx pose. So we're on our bellies. The toes will tuck. Big toes tuck. From here, if your shoulders are kind of lazy and listless towards your ears, take a moment to drive them down. From here, press those forearms into the ground, straighten your legs. So now knees are hovering off the floor. Use your fingertips to pull your chest slightly forward, look up to the ceiling. Holding it here for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, relax it a little bit. Untuck your toes. If you have any sort of crampage going on in your feet, give them a little shimmy and a shake. Let's do that again. Tucking the toes, squeezing the legs so those knees hover off the ground, lowering the shoulders down, pressing the forearms down, dragging the chest forward, looking up to the sky. Holding for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, release. Shoulders can relax, shimmy and shake. We're going to do this one more time with an option to stay in Sphinx pose or maybe come into a long-armed cobra. Even if you're super flexible and you're just doing this to warm up, I highly recommend you stay with a long-armed cobra because that stretches a different portion of the back that a lot of those hands by your waist cobras do. And sometimes it can feel slightly more delicious and open up slightly different things. So if you're totally confused about what I'm talking about, we'll do it all together. So tuck those toes, stretch your heels backwards, knees lift, lower the shoulders, pull forward, look up. Now again, you can stay here or maintaining that pulling forward and reaching back sensation. Reach your elbows, extend. Don't lose that pulling and pressing back feeling. And we'll hold it here for 4, for 3. Keep pressing those palms down. For 2. And relax on 1. Make a little diamond shape for your head. Bend your knees and we'll windshield wipe those feet side to side. All right. Let's stretch those legs a little bit. Well, I am hesitant to get through any flex session without just doing a little bit of hip flexor edge. So for our hip flexor stretch today, we'll just come up on our knees and then we'll just plop a foot forward from here. Now, I want to do like a whole video on this sometimes because I'll often say that and then I'll see all my more advanced flexi friends try and sink down. Now, you guys, I love me a low lunge. It's great, but it's stretching different things. So in my 90-90 lunge, what this is called, we are not sinking down. Instead of sinking, we're actually pulling the pelvis forward, utilizing the abs, slightly rounding. You should feel it more from here and down, here, down. I'm pressing my front foot into the ground and almost pulling that back knee forward. Sometimes I like to almost arch back and I feel it more. This is what we're doing today for those hip flexors. So from here, we'll just hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you didn't feel anything, I guarantee you are not doing it right. So keep messing around with the body positioning slightly, making small adjustments until you do feel things. All right, let's just do the other leg. Flatten that foot on the ground. Again, squeeze the butt, hips forward. Again, slightly rounded. I'm not saying like rounded like a hunchback. I'm just saying round enough so you can push the opposite hip forward. Lean back a little. Hands can rest on the front leg, on the belly, or you can just hold your hips And we'll hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep pressing your front foot down. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, you guys. All right, let's come on to the floor. So from here, we're going to stretch a leg out and pull the other foot into our thigh. And we'll go into a side body stretch. So the goal of this side body stretch is not to grab that foot. It is to stretch the side of your body. So first, we'll look slightly towards the opposite side of the room than your leg is on. And then we'll get as straight as possible. I like to place a hand across the leg. We'll reach the opposite arm, in my case, the left, over, up. And as we're going out to the side, I want you to think of leaning back first and then out to the side. And now I feel the entire side of my body being stretched. Now, if I was to go to reach the foot, I'm still in a side body stretch, but half of my body is collapsing forward and I feel way less. Like, yes, it looks amazing, but that's not what this is just to warm up, you guys. We're not going for full-on contortion yet, especially my beginning friends, right? We just want to get a nice stretch in, want to make some progress, want to feel good about our bodies. And let's hold it here for 4 more. For 3 more, for 2 more. On 1, come up, and then we'll square off, meaning we'll look at that elongated leg. And from here, if you're someone who has a tendency to roll back, 2 suggestions. Suggestion number 1, if you have a pillow, grab that pillow, put it under your booty. It'll help you sit a little taller. If you have a yoga mat, you can also triple it up and sit on that. If you're here, rather than reach for the foot from there, I'd rather you focus on getting nice and tall and leaning forward with a flat back. I think this feels a lot better than this. In fact, I feel much more me. I feel much more feelings when I do that. So that's your goal. If you know how to reach that foot, everyone should always try and start with as flat a back as possible. Hold on to that flat back until you're about as low as you can go with it, and then it's okay to relax and round. Legs should be strong. You should try to close off that space between the back of your knee and the floor. So really stretch, and your foot can stay flexed or pointed. I think it's best to choose one. And from here, just breathe wherever you are. We're going to hold it for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1. Come up. You can round up or arch up, whichever feels good. And let's just go immediately to the other side. Stretching, in my case, it's the left leg out, pulling the right foot into my thigh. I want to try and open up a little, but still have that foot on my thigh. Getting nice and tall, reaching my left hand towards my right, reaching my right hand out, up. As I'm up, I open, and then I reach over. Just enjoying the side body stretch. Head should be looking upwards. I should be gazing upwards if possible. Try not to let your head hang heavy here. Open, look up. Strong leg, flexed or pointed. Either or. We'll hang out here for 4 more. For 3 more. For 2 more. On 1, lift, square off, get tall, start lowering your body down with a straight spine, and then relax, remembering to keep that leg nice and strong. And of course, breathe. Breathe. And hold it here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Good job, you guys. All right, last thing we're gonna do is a butterfly stretch. And from here, I want it kind of wide, feet further away from your crotch than maybe normal. And again, if you're working on sitting up straight, grab something, put it under your sits bones, or just get nice and tall. And from here, before we go forward, we're just gonna start flapping our little butterfly wings towards the ground, flapping and flapping. Hands are resting gently on the shins or the ankles. I got short arms, I can't reach my ankles. So we'll just flap for 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. On one hold, take your hands, put them on the inside of your knees. Start pressing down ever so slightly. Activate the inside of your thighs to try and lift your knees into your hands. So you're using 2 opposing forces to press. The sides of your knees are pressing into your hands are pressing back. And we're holding for 4, for 3, for 2. On one, really slide your hands down to your ankles. From here, once again, flatten out. Start to lower. Elbows flare out to the side. And then when you can go no further, relax down. Even if you're all the way up here, from here, you can relax. Let your head hang heavy. I don't mind in this position if you're leaning slightly backwards. The goal should be for your body weight to be over your hips, but wherever you're at, it's good. And since this is the last stretch of the day, let's hold it here for 10. Breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. 9, 8, feeling your spine elongate. As we sit in here, you might even feel more flexible. So now I'm going to go from laying my head in my feet to laying my chin on my feet. Let's say we have 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, we will round on up. And that's the stretch session of the day. Short, sweet, to the point. If you enjoyed this, once again, make sure you subscribe. I do have longer videos. If you really want to see quick flexibility progress, I do recommend training 3 to 4 days a week, at least 20 minutes per session. If you have any questions for me, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'll try and respond. I've gotten some requests for some more full-length classes, so next time I have time, I'll try and add a full hour plus long class into the mix. I'm also trying to set aside some time to get back to the studio to bring you guys more aerial silks tutorials. So you're definitely going to want to give me a follow if all of that sounds appealing to you. All right, that's all for today. Until the next time, I hope you all have a fit and fabulous day. Bye-bye.